Hi guys and welcome back. I hope you got your ass-kicking shoes on, cause it's getting about time to spill the blood of the traitors, as they said earlier. And I was thinking, considering that we've probably, hopefully, got the army on our side, I'm gonna pull them back, delete their orders, and try to set up a defensive perimeter around our more important victory points down here, specifically the capital. Let's see, Åland is not a victory point, so yeah, screw that. The trainers, they can go here. And I've never done this, so if it ends up that they're Republicans and we have to fight them or something, well, it's not my fault, I swear. Gonna turn off the night cycles. I don't know why they keep toggling back on. It's weird. I don't think it's good for epilepsy. And it's kind of annoying for anyone, really. Let's see how we're doing here. 47 against 47. We're closing in. Any day now. Come on, we're right at the... Okay, we've passed them. Ooh, we've gotten tanks. And I'm actually not a fan of heavy tanks. I think the medium ones are a good way to go. I mean, heavy tanks get good later on, when they can actually move, but this early the max speed of 5 kilometers per hour is just really low, and they cost a lot. I mean, 25 production cost as compared to 8. You get so many more of the small ones, or medium ones. I mean, medium ones you get more, slightly more than double the amount of tanks for the same costs. I often just skip this entirely and go light tanks, then I go over to medium tanks, and then eventually modern tanks when we get there. I prefer to make, you know, big bunches, big batches of equipment generally, and try to keep it organized. New political advisor, can we get? Yeah, captain of industry. We need industry. It's not enough what we have. I'm guessing it will have to get to 50%. Considering we have passed them in size, we should be getting a coup, I think. I mean, that seems logical, but more factories than 50 to get that one. Then I guess we're not at war, so I'm gonna go for military factories, because it's awesome. Use our new research slot. By the way, did I goof here? No, it's 34. We're way behind on that one. The radioed infantry. Support weapons is really good. Might go for that one. Artillery, I generally don't go for artillery at all. I instead make, you know, special versions of my tanks. So it's much less research for, well, kind of the same thing really. The only downside is you can't parachute tanks in, really. That's I'd say the biggest downside, unless there's something I'm missing. We're going to ludicrous speed. got my troop standing on victory points. You know what? Let's take half of you guys, put you over here. Ooh. Now we're going. Some will say they saw it coming. Both those who warned against the dangers of fascism and those who extolled it as the savior of Finland have found their prophecies made reality today. As the military in Uusimaa overthrew the Kesk-led government and seized control, Kioskallio is missing, rumored to have gone into exile. Damn it, we were supposed to spill the blood of the traitor. Anyway, and the coup has been met with little initial resistance. That's good. The new Finnish leadership has no plans to allow resistance to grow either. Martial law has been declared, and with changes that are underway, whatever comes after is unlikely to be very different. The strong state is needed to protect the people from themselves. IKEA becomes ruling party, public elections will not be held. Good. Because, you know, as Winston Churchill said, the best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. And, you know, he was a good guy, right? Again, Reign of Terror, which grants political power gain plus 10% for 730 days. No terror, more like, you know, forceful love. So yeah, didn't have to fight anyone at all. And we'll be able to justify war goals. Let's take... Need 53 power points. And it's same for all states, so it doesn't matter. Really, we're gonna take it all anyway. It'll take 265 days plus the war. We don't have that much world tension yet. Who knows, we might actually be able to pull it out. Nationalists are pushing forward again. That's, I mean, good, we want a nationalist Spain, we just don't want them to win too soon and push the world tension up. So, yeah. We'll have to see about that. Back to the border, guys. False alarm. How are we doing on production? Close in, never quite there. And effectiveness is up at 74%. Good. Sure, no one's trained yet, so keep exercising. I like to have them exercising in the capital, just so, you know, no one sneaks in ninjas out of there. Doesn't really happen as with the AI much, but something players might do, which is, you know, I'm the only player here, so it might be stupid to defend against it, but, well, doesn't hurt either. Setting up some kind of battle plan. Just, you know, to have something prepared. There, good enough. No, not good enough. You... there. Did it sign? No, it did not. So, yeah, good. Now everyone's signed. And now I'm completely rethinking my train of thought, because if we get a war, I'll want them here, but that's far away, so... They'll have plenty of time to move up there, but at some point... Wow, they have the swastika? hardcore. I don't know why, because, you know, I can watch the German Nazi flag where, and you know, it's just, yeah, I'm used to that, but this Finnish fascist Nazi flag, it's just, I find it really unnerving. Maybe because, you know, it's based on the basic Finnish flag, which I, you know, consider, you know, nice and friendly, and then you just shove a big old swastika in there. And, well, no, I'm in the wrong mindset. Nazis are our friends, we are Nazis. Let's keep going, kill the traitors. And, yeah, let's just place them here so they can go to the border fast if we need them to. How's the war going? They keep moving forward, the nationalists. That good. We're nowhere near 50 factories yet. Let's just keep pushing. Which construction is? Yeah, that's civilian factories. I might. Yeah, I want to grab that because we're currently at 10 factories, out of which 5 are constructing buildings. And when we get to 150 political power, we're gonna change our economy over as well, because it's really dragging us down. Hindenburg, a disaster. Well, assuming you know about that one, so I'm not gonna waste my time explaining it. I think infantry equipment for now. Gonna set it up already. No, actually, I'm not gonna bother. Let's skip over the Great War tank and go immediately for the light ones. That's a general tip when you're playing this game. Don't research and build everything. Focus your effort. Decide what's important and go for that. If you try to do everything, you're gonna be worthless at everything. If you focus your effort, you're gonna excel at something, if you do it well. By the way, if you noticed, I told you we were gonna make Finland great again, and what do we call Greater Finland? I didn't actually know it was gonna play out that way, but you know, sometimes it lines up. And apparently fascism is the way. Or maybe just Donald Trump's speeches line up with fascism, who knows. Either way, it worked out well for us. I don't like the communists at my border. I mean, we want to fight them and kill them eventually, just, you know, I don't know, 1955 or something, when we are stronger. Finnish are at our border as well. Everyone seems worried about us. That's, well, it's good in one way. Let's see, yeah, -10. Just we haven't created any world tension to speak of. I mean, -1, that's nothing. So they aren't really that bothered by us, but that'll change in time. Let's see when the justification is going to be done. 9th of January next year. That is long bit to go, so I just had a crazy idea. Can we send volunteers? No. To oppose the fascists, that would be crazy. Just to, you know, hold them back a little, just slow them down. No, I said you needs to... Oh, that one. Forget about that one. Doesn't exist. There are no, and there is no civil war. Everyone loves fascism. We're all united. The only real traitor has fled the country. Millie Earhart circumnavigates the globe. Oh, she managed to... I think I've only ever seen her disappear. Not actually, you know... It's quite an achievement. Or are there two events? One of her circumnavigating the globe. I really don't know her history that well. I know she flew over the Atlantic as the first woman. Jocelyn Berg was the first person, I think. And now she disappears in real history. How much resources do we actually have? Because that's... we have 13 steel and that's it. We do need some more. We'll effectively get 1.3 more out, probably rounded down to 1. Let's do it. Let's go for excavation. Can't hurt. Now, war economy. Go from minus 30% to everything to plus 20. I mean, or no, plus 20 to military factory, just not to civilian. Anyway, much better. Get support weaponry, which is awesome. Oh, we don't start with motorization. That's something we may want to research early too. Because tanks are kind of worthless without it. You need troops that can move fast alongside them. We'll want to go into doctrine soon as well. Doctrine is something that's good to start off early and keep going for as long as there's anything to do there, because it takes time, but it really adds up over time, and there's no limitations on how much you can research by a certain year, so there are no losses really, just keeps on giving. Construction effort gives us 2 civilian factories. Let's keep going with the military factories. My god, we actually have full supply of infantry equipment. We're up to 86% effectiveness. We need support equipment as well. But we might soon be able to start recruiting more. You know, if we had the manpower. So I'm thinking next, sorry, not that one. Next thing might be to increase conscription if we can. Service by requirement we could get. Of course, extensive conscription is what I was thinking of. That's a good one. Because it increases training time by 10%. That's not that bad. Service by requirement gives you even more, but I mean, factory output decreases, construction time decreases. That's something I don't like taking if I don't have to. If we can take Sweden, we do get access to their manpower pool as well. That's a big thing. I mean, we got half a year to go before we even get to declare war, and the Republicans are about to win. We'll have to see if anyone guarantees them as well, because, you know, maybe just no one doesn't give a damn, and we're able to go in there quickly and take it. we'll have to see. But it's a dangerous move. But we may not have much choice. Because without taking some land, we're useless. And long term, there are two big roads. I guess we can go diplomatically. One road is aligning ourselves with the Axis and, you know, try to become power that way. The other is to kind of hope the Allies and the Axis are so busy fighting each other that we can sort of do our own thing. And in the common term as well, of course. It does work sometimes. I mean, one of the best campaigns I've had as the German Reich was probably one where I didn't actually end up with the traditional Axis powers. Italy actually created its own faction and got Japan in it, and then they ended up fighting with the Axis, and I just, you know, bided my time for quite a long time. And when I eventually fought the Axis, they were so weakened by the Italian faction that, well, they couldn't really resist me. Yeah. Light tank number 2. Tanks are the way to go. I mean, it's one way to go. But, I mean, the main other way to go would be, you know, the Russian way. Excessive manpower. But, well, considering we have 0 manpower, that might not be the way for us. It's really weird that they show up in the middle here. The ships. I mean, sure there are lakes in Finland, but yeah. It's a little funny. But they have a few victory points left, but I'm actually surprised they haven't won yet. I mean, Valencia has 5 victory points, Murcia is 1. It has to be because they haven't taken Barcelona, because that's 15 points. I mean, they have Granada, but that's only 1, Andalusia's 1. So it's Cadiz and Sevilla. Okay. Vioanala, that's our military officer that's leading the country. What's his title? Is it just dictator or... Let's see. Never mind. The Swedish claim to have liberty and democracy claim to want peace, but all these things that they pride themselves on are hollow. Their democracy divides the people where it should stand united. Their liberty is not the freedom for the strong to achieve greatness, but for the weak to remain mediocre. We see through these lies, and we see that this peace on their term is a lie as well. IKL has long derided the weakness of the Swedish nation, but lately their rhetoric has grown more aggressive. The day of armed conflict grows closer. Greater Finland stands united under Vilho Anala. I love that when you get to read these news articles about fabricating claims on neutral democracies, because it's funny to see how they, you know, try to justify it by, you know, no, it's just a hollow lie. They're you know, communist undercover or something. It's completely ridiculous. I guess the reason I can laugh at it is because it's not real. Because, I mean, it's... part of it did happen in real life in Germany, but I guess it's one of those situations where you gotta either laugh at it or cry, and I prefer to laugh at it. we actually losing support equipment? That's not good. Polar incident, but it's not full-blown war right yet. I think no, just the incident. I was thinking about something, and then the Japanese distracted me. Those foreign devils. Soon at 0. No, plus minus 0. Then onward to greatness. Manpower is going up, but it's so slow. We're finally getting about done with industry. That's good. I think radio does take some time. There's a lot of steps, so it might be worth starting at this point or soon. I think I'm gonna check what the alternatives would be first. Maintenance company is good for tanks. What it does is, it increases the reliability, which means there are fewer tanks that need to be replaced. So that would make up for our, it would help our industry. Field hospital would be good once we have motorization, because it decreases the amount of manpower you use up. Logistics increases, most of these, all these four. Not recon, but these three, sorry. Maintenance, hospital, and logistics. It's all about not using your resources as much. And that's a good thing. Especially when you don't produce that many resources like we do. Nothing on armor right now. I really like the mobile warfare doctrine. Don't think there's anyone I'd go for instead. More breakthrough, more new tactic, more planning speed, division speed. Yeah, I'm gonna start this one now, because it takes some time. So it's good to get it started early. And you know what, I'm gonna put a cut in here as well, and clear my throat a little. Sorry about that. So I'll see you in the next episode, and we'll see if we can get some actual war going. It was good to take over Finland, from those horrible, peaceful jerks, but it went too smoothly. We want to kill people. No more Mr. Nice Jerk. So I'll see you next time, and until then, have a good time.